don't watch this with your kids. And if you know me, please stop watching. So this video is definitely TMI. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am in very good spirits because I am about to do what I love, and that is coming here with content. Yes, I'm about to give you content from here to Timbuktu. So today's video is definitely TMI, as the title suggests. So if you're a guy, if you're a dude, if you're a man watching this video, this is the point where you pause and pass the gadget to the female seated next to you, because this video is for them. Yes, this video is for the ladies. This video is for the moms to be and moms in waiting, because today I'll be diving right in and giving you the tea that you have not had it anywhere, you have not been told, you have not had it anywhere else. These are the things that they don't tell you about pregnancy. If you like this kind of content, be sure to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. So you have heard all the sweet things about pregnancy. They have told you so what to expect and what not to expect about pregnancy. But there's some things that they don't tell you about pregnancy until you get there and you start experiencing pregnancy for yourself and realize it is not all bed of roses when you're pregnant. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that pregnancy is a bad thing or it is an uncomfortable thing. It is definitely the most beautiful experience that a woman can experience, and you can't even explain that how feeling is until you experience it for yourself, you know. And so I am also not trying to discourage people to get pregnant. This is just to tell you in depth of what to expect when you're pregnant. All right, I had already written some of those things on my phone, so I'll be reading those things from my phone. One of the things that they don't tell you to expect during pregnancy is that you grow a size or two. Yani kama mguu yako ni 38, utaenda 40 ama 39. There's a lot of body changes that are happening to you when you're pregnant, and your feet is one of them. Mguu wako ni moja wa zile vitu ambazo zina change kwa mwili wako. Like for me, before pregnancy I was a baby girl. But after my second child, my friend, mimi ni dovoniku. Says vivid dovoniku. I do not regret it, because what comes out of that pregnancy is definitely something beautiful. That a shoe size is not really an issue. I'm just telling you to expect that to happen, to expect that you might need to buy new shoes, that to expect that miguu yako haitawaina. Sawa sawa. The other thing they don't tell you about pregnancy is your sleeping positions ni yes, you only have 2 sleeping positions: right side, left side. Kama wewe ni mtu wa kulala hivi, kama wewe ni mtu wa kulala hivi, kama wewe ni mama wa kulala, you cannot do that when you're pregnant. Positions ni mbili: right, left. Unachoka side ya left, una turn right. Unachoka side ya right, una turn left. Those are the only sleeping positions available to you for the whole of the pregnancy. Yes. Did you know that? The other thing, now that we're still talking about sleep, the other thing that they don't tell you about pregnancy is that there will come a time where you will sleep seated. Yes. Utalala kama umekaa chini, literally. Because that what means is that you can't, umechoka, you know, all your pregnancy life, all those 40 weeks, all those 30 weeks you've been sleeping on this side, definitely you're tired these sides, and kuna time itafika ukilala chini unasikia ni kama when you sleep you feel like you can't breathe, because the pregnancy is like it's getting heavy on your lungs and you can't breathe properly. Eh? So sometimes the only option you have is to propel your back, like in this position, and then you sleep. You sleep like this. Possible and happen. The baby really congests your system, narrows your system, and condense your system, whatever they do to the system, such that you don't breathe properly, especially when you're coming towards the end of your pregnancy. Yeah, so get ready for that. The other thing they don't tell you about pregnancy is that get ready to pee in cups. Definitely TMI, definitely TMI. Yes, get ready to pee in cups. There is a series of you peeing in cups. Yes, and this happens when you go for those antenatal clinics, because they want to check the pH level of your urine, just to check whether you're drinking enough water, whether you're having infections down there, just to check how your system is. One of the ways that they check is through your urine. So every time you go for these antenatal clinics, they will need you to pee in a cup, and then you take it to the lab. That section where you go, you place your cup of urine, and then they'll check the pH level, and they'll send the results to the doctor. So by the time you're getting into the doctor's room, chamber, they will have your results, and I'll tell you, hey, how can you imagine enough, or you'll have UTI, so yes, there is a lot of peeing in cups that is ahead of you. Speaking of urine, the other thing that they don't tell you about pregnancy is that UTI is real. UTI is real, guys. Like you stand a high chance. When you're pregnant, you stand a high chance of contracting UTIs, and that comes especially if you're not taking a lot of fluids. And I don't know what else. And the other thing is because your lady part is always moist, so that also can harbor bacteria, or I don't know what happens, So UTI is very common in pregnancy. I'm not saying that lazima will pass, it is a must for everyone, but most of the time you will have a case of UTI infection once or twice, or once in your pregnancy history. So that is very normal, and you want to treat that UTI. You don't want to use those home remedies, sijui unaweka yogurt, sijui wengine wanakunywa yogurt, sijui you drink a lot of water. You don't. Yes, drinking a lot of water is one way of cleaning it up, but you don't want to do that without having visited a doctor, because what you're going through is a very delicate time, and you want to involve your doctor or your gyna in every step of the way. So if you don't treat that UTI mapema, it might affect your pregnancy or the growth of the baby, or even the baby during the pregnancy or during childbirth. All right, so yes, don't worry when you get those UTIs. It is common, and there are so many ways of avoiding getting the UTIs. All right, the other thing, now that we are down there tumebaki huko chini, Lady June. And this part has many names: Lady June, Honey Pot, for JJ. Yes, let's call her Lady June. Lady June is moist throughout your pregnancy. What am I saying? Yes, your Lady June is wet throughout your pregnancy, and with some women it is so much you might think or feel like you're losing amniotic fluid. It's not like the UTI ones or the yeast one that it is smelly or anything. There's no smell. It's just that the area is wet, sometimes very wet, and as much as they say, oh, mimi sasa niko pregnant, bye to the pads for the next 40 weeks. No, you might actually need to make panty liners your friend when you're pregnant, so that whenever your Lady June is draining, it does not go direct to your panties. It goes to your panty liner, which you change regularly. Also, keeping the right hygiene of that area to avoid UTIs. Yes, did you know that? Yes, you're wet throughout the whole pregnancy. I remember like a case at some point, I even thought I was losing amniotic fluid. Na nikajikokota hospitali. Nikajikokota hospitali. I was like, hey doctor, there is a lot of fluid coming from Lady June, and I think I'm losing some amniotic fluid. And I was told no. But of course they have to check. They have to check whether your cervix has opened, whether it's indeed amniotic fluid. But most of the cases it is Lady June just being herself during pregnancy, because that girl, she gets culture shock during pregnancy. Yani, it is a whole culture shock for her. Things change drastically for her, so she's really adjusting most of the time, and I think that's why you get those fluids down there. Where I am not saying that when you find these fluids you ignore them to be just Lady June juices. If there are a lot and if you feel that they are kind of abnormal, just have them checked and then carry on with the pregnancy, knowing that it could be a normal occurrence of Lady June. All right. Oh, the other thing they don't tell you is that you might grow a shade or two darker or lighter, or vice versa. Like if you're dark, you can go darker, lighter. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like for example, my case, I am of dark complexion, and so when I am pregnant, I get darker. And mine, I think it is not a shade or two. Me, I think it's a whole rainbow of shades. Especially from here going upside, it's a whole rainbow of shades that really happens to me. And yes, it is very normal. That coloring is normal, and it will take some time before your skin tone travels back to its normal or where it used to be. And talking of complexion and shades and many changing, you know, now if you're a lady of makeup, you'll change your makeup from to a shade or two. So complexion yako, so shades zenye unatumia for your foundation, for your makeup, it will change also. Otherwise your face will be cakey all the time. All right? Yes. And the other thing now, but I feel this has been highlighted. This was highlighted so much this year, or was it last year? Yeah, I think it was last year. The nose. Oh my god, guys, I don't know what happens to the nose. Like it becomes 2. Your nose grows times 2. Like your size, normal size, now ongeza another size. Yani it goes 2 sizes. It gets big, especially towards the last trimester. Oh my god, that thing is humongous. It's humongous. It's so humongous. And your face also sort of becomes swollen. I think you've seen this, these pregnant women who are in their last trimesters, how they look like. Your face becomes puffy, and so is your nose. Yani, the only focal point of your face is your nose. And you know our African noses, how they look like. Now imagine mine, how it was. Hey, ata usitake jua. Yes, and speaking of noses, the other thing that is heightened is your sense of smell. Yani, you can smell things that normal people are not smelling. I know this might sound weird. When I was pregnant with my firstborn child, we were living in Utawala. And let me tell you, girl, nilikuwa nafika kutoka town, sasa nikitoka job. So I would use Mombasa Road a lot. Nikifika where is Eka? You know where Eka Hotel is and where KFC. The distance between KFC and Eka Hotel. I could smell chicken ya KFC from Eka Hotel. Like I could tell. I could smell kuku ya KFC from Eka Hotel, I swear. Especially tuwe kwa jam, my friend. By the time tunafika hapo KFC, lazima niingie nikule kuku ya KFC. And it was not me, it was the baby asking for the kuku. And then I remember tukipitia Enterprise Road, I could smell House of Manji biscuits, you know, the industries around the factory or where they make those biscuits is around Enterprise Road. I swear nikipita hiyo barabara nilikuwa tuna smell vitu, nilikuwa tuna smell biscuits, you know, baking, when those smells of baking and making biscuits, I could smell biscuits from far. And you know what that meant? Yeah, that translated to me eating a lot of biscuits and a lot of KFC chicken when I was pregnant. The other thing they don't tell you about pregnancy is that morning sickness does not mean that you'll only have that sickness in the lives for that morning sickness, because it can be so bad that you ate a pika, you know. So yes, morning sickness is not for morning peke yake. And for those who ask why are always wanawake wanatema mate wakiwa na mimba, it's because, can you imagine having malaria symptoms for the whole of 42 weeks? Nausea, dizzy, tiredness, you know, ni kama uko na amoeba, ni kama uko na malaria. And imagine having that, harboring all those symptoms and then carrying that person. You're tired. Yani kila kitu unataka tu uteme mate. Sometimes you just, because of that feeling in your mouth, you don't want to swallow your saliva. Your own saliva becomes shitty to swallow, you know. So just put yourself in those shoes and find that's the reason why watu wanatema mate. Yeah, all right. The other thing they don't tell you about pregnancy is your pregnancy is not yours alone. It's actually a community pregnancy. And there is some sort of what do you call it, people are nice and people are